Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lehigh Sports Broadcasting Club. My name is Jake Welch, and I will be bringing you guys your Lehigh Mountain Hawks versus the Princeton Tigers here from Goodman Stadium. It is Parents' Weekend down here at Lehigh University, so we have a pretty well-attended game here, looking for this third win in a row for this Lehigh Mountain Hawks team, who has now won 2 games in a row for the first time since 2022. Their high-powered rushing offense has been working pretty well against the last two teams, that being Wagner and LIU, as they've won 49-13 and 20-17 after their first loss against Army West Point, which was a pretty bad loss, 42-7. It'll be the first game of the year for the Princeton Tigers this year, so because the Ivy League always starts late, so it'll be a really good gauge here for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks to able to determine if this team can be good this year. It's really tough to tell at the beginning of the year when you're playing non-conference opponents. Obviously, Army is usually a Patriot League team, but they are not in the Patriot League for football. So all 3 games so far have been non-conference opponents, and Princeton is also obviously an Ivy League team, and is their first game of the year. So if this Lehigh Mountain Hawks team is able to beat a team of Princeton, which usually has their number over the past few years, it'll be really big to see how they get started. And like I said before, their rushing offense has been really fantastic. They've rushed for over 100 yards in every single game so far this season, and we're looking really for them to continue to keep that up as this year continues. That's their one main strong points, so you really want them to keep up. And here we go. The Lehigh Mountain Hawks now are taking the field to a pretty big crowd here, actually. Fans are excited. Parents' Weekend. Everyone gets to show up and support their families. The last couple times that Princeton has played Lehigh, dating back to 2018, there's been 3 games throughout these teams, and Princeton has beat them every single time. So, like I said before, we're really looking on this Lehigh Mountain Hawks team to bounce back against Princeton and continue this win streak that they've not been very used to over the past few years. Princeton's a team that has not lost by more than 1 score since 2021. So they always keep games close, regardless of who they're playing. Their losses are always very close. So if we beat this team, don't expect them to go down without a fight here. We have 4 minutes now here till kickoff, as the captains will go take the field for the coin toss. As Goodman Stadium continues to fill up as people roll in from the tailgates. There's a good amount of Princeton fans here, too, to support their first game of the year. It's not too far of a drive for them, down from Princeton, New Jersey. Yeah, Lehigh is currently leading the Patriot League in rushing offense with 166 yards per game. So this is their main strong point this year that they're going to need to look forward to. Especially, their second-year head coach, Kevin Cahill, continues to look forward to developing this program into something that can maybe be a Patriot League contender year after year.
And for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks, number 6, Luke Yoder.
And here's the coin toss. Princeton gets the call, and they call heads. It is heads. So Princeton has deferred, so Lehigh will get the ball to start this game. And they will be going left to right from my view to start the game here in this first half. And the Lehigh Mountain Hawks team looks very, very pumped up here. Looking to win their 3rd game in a row, currently 2-1. A winning record is not something Mountain Hawks fans are used to looking at. So a 3-1 start to the season would be really, really something big for this program. Lehigh's quarterback, graduate student Dante Perry, has been one of their players that they really look forward to keep this offense up and running. Obviously, as a quarterback, he's one of the most important players on the field. But being a graduate student, he has so much experience with this team. He's really able to lead this team to hopefully win as he continue to develop with this new coach in his second year. But overall, despite having a graduate student as their quarterback, this is a very young Lehigh Mountain Hawks team. Only 15 seniors throughout the whole roster. So this is really something to look forward to, as this roster could develop into something good these next couple of years. Especially, already having a winning record when they are this young. And now we have 30 seconds to kick off here, and the game will be underway as the special teams now take the field. And like I said before, Lehigh will be receiving from Princeton kickoff specialist Jeffrey Sexton, the senior. Back to receive for Lehigh is Matt Malachik. And like I said before, Lehigh is going left to right from my view for this quarter. It's a pretty nice day here in Goodman campus. Here's the kickoff. And it is received by Malachik, going from the 10 to the 15. Doesn't get much further than that, probably about the 16. So great defense here for the Princeton Tigers to start this game off. Now this Lehigh Mountain Hawks offense will take the field for the first time this game here to get started. Dante Perry now in the shotgun to start this game. Motion from the far side. Back around. He takes a snap. Quick slant inside, and it is incomplete. That was targeted to tight end Nick Williams. He got the quick slant on the inside, but not able to complete it. Looks like it went right through his hands. I like the motion at the start of this offense for Lehigh. Try to confuse the Princeton defense, who is, like I said, playing their first game of the season. So they might not be as together as you'd expect them to be. Might not all be on the same page yet. Perry in the shotgun once again. Takes a snap. Handoff this time. Able to dive forward for a couple yards. That is Aaron Costley. I'm sorry, Luke Yoder is the running back here now. 3rd and 7 for the Mountain Hawks. A little bit of distance left to go as Dante Perry is in the shotgun once again. 4 receivers wide, 2 on each side. Yoder still in the backfield. Princeton Tigers showing blitz here before they take the offense. Linebackers start to back off now. And here comes the snap. They will stay back. Quick wheel route to the outside over to Yoder, and Yoder makes a nice hit and able to get forward for the first down. Nice play by Yoder. He lowered the shoulder and was able to drive through the cornerback to get that first down. And Mountain Hawks will continue to move forward across the field, now at the 30, as Perry stays in the shotgun once again. Not huddling up very often here, trying to move a little bit quicker, catch the Princeton Tigers defense off guard. Perry takes the snap, fakes the handoff, play action. Now he's scrambling out to the outside, and he has to throw it away. The Princeton Tigers defense got in there really quickly, and now a flag flies from the way back. Not sure what happened there. One of the far back referees must have saw something. Here's the call. Pass interference for the offense. So it is still first down, and the Lehigh Mountain Hawks will be pushed back 15 yards. Now it's 1st and 25. That's a really harmful penalty here for the Mountain Hawks as they try to get their first drive started, especially in a play where there was not even a chance of a completion. The pass rush really got to Perry there, and he had to throw it away. And showing blitz once again from the linebackers. And they will come this time. Perry, flag flies, free play, long shot downfield, and it is caught. What a catch. Oh, they're ruling it incomplete. Lehigh Mountain Hawks sideline got excited for a second there, but looks like he was not able to hold it. There was a flag on this play. I believe it is offsides by the defense. Offsides, yep. So it is first down still for 3 plays in a row here. And now it will be 1st and 20. So a little bit closer here. Another good shot for the Mountain Hawks to continue moving forward as Goodman Stadium really continues to get filled up here. People are constantly streaming in from the parking lot. Perry takes the snap again, looks to the outside, throws it out, and it's incomplete. Throws a little too far for Mason Humphrey to pull in. Wide receiver on the outside for the Mountain Hawks. Lehigh's really struggling to get their passing offense started so far this game. Yoder is really the only one who's gained up yards for them through running and through that one wheel route he ran. He's really been the standout this year so far for the Mountain Hawks. So they'll be looking at them a lot as this game continues to progress. Motion out of the backfield. Perry and throws a slant to the inside, and it is caught this time. That was a great catch by Mason Humphrey here from the other side as he runs a slant to the inside. About a 10-yard gain, so now they're back to the 30-yard line. So it will be 3rd and 10 here. Oh, about 3rd and 11. Perry in the shotgun every play so far this game. Showing blitz again from the Tigers. Gonna take a second to readjust their protection. As Perry takes the snap, drops back, looking deep this time. He has to scramble outside a little bit. Now he's running, and he's not able to get very far. 2 yards through the scramble for Perry, and it won't be enough. It will be 4th and 9 now. So the punt team will come on. First-year punter Connor Poole for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Back to return for the Tigers is A.J. Barber. And here's the punt. It's pretty good. Barber has to run back to get it, and he will collect it. A little bit of room to run, so he will take off. And he's now down to the 30. He received it about the 15 and made it to the 35. Pretty good return down the middle. It was punted so far back through the air that the Mountain Hawks had to get down there pretty quickly, and they weren't able to get down there fast enough. But it was still a pretty good punt. Down from around the 20 to the 35, all things considered. And now the Tigers will take the field. Starting quarterback here this game is junior Blaine Hippa. Handoff here this time to the right side, and there's nothing there. Really well defended by the Lehigh offense. They tried to move it all out to the right side, but they weren't able to get anything. Handoff was to John Volkner. No gain. 2nd and 10 here. Takes a snap this time, and he is sacked. Really great play by the Mountain Hawks defense there. That was fantastic. Matt Spatney for the defense. Wow, what a play. He just dove right through the line and got the sack, and now it is 3rd and 19. In the shotgun here is the Princeton offense. As the Lehigh sideline starts to get into it, dropping back and getting blitz once again. He has to scramble to the outside. He's running far and throws it downfield, and it is intercepted. It is an interception. Wow, what a play. That was cornerback Aiden Singleton with the interception, and now it will be going the other way. He picks it off at the 40-yard line. Great off defensive start here for the Mountain Hawks. The sack and then immediately the interception with all that pressure. Mountain Hawks defense looking really good to start this game. Now the offense will take the field with fantastic field position as they look to put up the first points on the board this game. At the Tigers 39. Now here is Perry in the shotgun once again, calling an audible. 2 receivers to the far side. 2 tight ends on the right. And here's the handoff to Yoder. Yoder runs forward, bounces off one tackle, and makes someone miss and able to get 9-yard gain. Great run by Roeder. He's able to bounce off the first tackle and then make a man miss as he made a quick move past him. And now it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Down at the 30-yard line. Quarterback change. Now Matt Mahalik is in. He takes the snap and he will run it himself. And that was a quick gain too. Able to get down to the 20-yard line. What a good run by Mahalik there. Took it with the QB draw, ran out to the right side, and just no one was there to defend him. I don't think the Tigers defense were expecting that one. And now the Lehigh Mountain Hawks are knocking on the red zone here, right behind the 20. 1st and 10. As Dante Perry checks back into the game. Perry takes the snap, hands it off to Yoder. Yoder up through the middle, bounces off a tackle, and he will get in for the touchdown. What a run by Yoder. And that is a Lehigh Mountain Hawks touchdown. 20-yard run from Yoder, run straight up the middle, bounced off the one tackle around the 15, and there was no one else there. Safeties were caught sleeping, and it looks like Lehigh will be going for 2 here. They line up quickly. There's only 3 linemen on the inside. Now there's going to be a ton of motion. They're really looking to confuse him here, and they will set up for the kick in the end. Dante Perry will be holding. Kicker now, Nick Garrido. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Lehigh Mountain Hawks already leading 7-0 at the start of this game. Really, really fantastic start from both ends of the field. Defense played really well to get the offense great field position, and the offense drove straight down the field. As we will take a media timeout. 7-0, your Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Welcome back here to Goodman Stadium as your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead 7-0 off the rushing touchdown from Luke Yoder. It's a really great start to this game, both sides of the field for the Mountain Hawks, as it seemed like Princeton was just completely unable to make a tackle. Really confusing. And one of their players here for the kickoff ran to the wrong side of the field, so he has to head all the way to the other side. That was Jack Commue, their tight end on special teams. Kicking off now here for Lehigh is Connor Poole, their kickoff specialist. And back to receive is both Ethan Clark and Jalen Jones for Princeton Tigers. And now here's the kick from Poole. Way back into the end zone, and it will not be returned. That will be a touchback. So now Princeton Tigers will take over following the Mountain Hawks touchdown. Yoder so far rushing 3 attempts for 32 yards, averaging 10 yards per play after that 20-yard touchdown. And now here is Princeton back on the field. Blaine Hippa once again on the field. They have 2 quarterbacks, both named Blaine, that they play pretty often. But it looks like Hippa is going to be the one starting most of this game. It's a QB draw up the middle, and there is absolutely nothing there. They faked a jet sweep down the outside, got a couple of the Lehigh linebackers to bite, but the defensive line did not, and it would be completely stuffed. A gain of about a yard there for Hippa. You can tell that Lehigh has already gelled pretty well here in their 4th game of the season. And Princeton doesn't really have it all together, as the pass thrown to the outside is completely blocked down. Fantastic play by Lehigh defense as they continue to just stuff the offense here of Princeton as this game continues. Pass was knocked down by Matt Spatney, the edge rusher. It was a great play as he tried to get a slant to the inside. The edge rusher just jumped up and completely slammed it down. Well done by Spatney. Now 3rd down and 9 here from their own 25. Make a quick change here based on the defense. Now Hippa in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back, looking to pass. Far pass down the inside, and it will be complete. Really good route run there, and it will be a gain of about 20. Nice play by Hippa. There was pressure again in the backfield. So it looks like Princeton offensive line has had trouble keeping the defense inside. So now it will be 1st down from about the 46. Handoff here, first play. And there's not much there once again. Defensive line by Lehigh has been fantastic to start this game. Faulkner on the carry, nothing there. Mike DiNucci, their big linebacker from Lehigh Mountain Hawks. He's their standout player. He was voted the best player on the team last year. And he even had a 2nd-team All-Patriot League nod. Hippa takes the snap once again, dropping back this time. Looking deep downfield. Open receiver, and it will be complete. Really, really nice play here. The deep passes here for the Tigers has been working really well as Princeton is now all the way down to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 down there. Princeton moved down the field in 2 quick plays. Haven't been able to get anything short, but the safeties and the cornerbacks are really letting up the long passes so far. Hippa in the shotgun. Takes a snap on this 1st down, drops back again, looks to the outside, quick out route ran, and it will be complete for a couple yards. That was receiver Tamatoa Falatea. Worthy made the tackle now on the far side of the field will be far hash. Moving left to right. Princeton Tigers, Hippa. Audible will be called. 6 minutes here to play in this first quarter. Princeton knocking on the door of the scorer. Hippa takes a snap, hands it off to Yoder. Yoder, really good run, able to get down to about the 3-yard line. Great run by Volker. First and goal now. Princeton from about the 3-yard line. Run straight up the middle, and there was no one there to defend it as it takes the snap and runs up the middle this time again, and it will be a touchdown. Volker runs up the middle completely untouched. Able to slip in there. Lehigh Mountain Hawks were unable to recover after the 2 big plays, and Princeton will punch it in for the touchdown. And here comes the kick. Out to kick is Sam Masick. And the kick is up. And it's good. So it will be a tie game here, 7-7 with 5:50 to play here in this game. What was a great start for the Lehigh defense has turned into a bit of a disaster as they gave up 2 huge plays. Quick rushing touchdown for each team, and there will be a media timeout. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, everyone, to Goodman Stadium with 5 minutes to play here. Well, 5 minutes and 50 seconds here to play here in the first quarter. Tie game right now, 7-7. Princeton Tigers and your Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Mountain Hawks are set to receive this kickoff as the teams will begin to take the field in a minute here. Princeton Tigers just able to score a touchdown off 2 quick plays. A little bit longer than that, but there were 2 quick plays to get them down the field. A 36-yard pass followed by a 20-yard pass. So it was a great start of the game here for Blaine Hippa as he was able to find his open receivers, and it will be a tie game now with the Mountain Hawks out to receive. Regardless of giving up the touchdown, Lehigh defense has looked pretty good here to start this game. They did get the 1 interception at the beginning, and they've got a sack already to start off. So with 5 minutes to play, really looking forward to keeping the defense good. Just get the long passes out. That's the one thing that's really hurt them, not just this year, but last year as well. They seem to give up a lot of deep passes. And now here's kickoff from Jeffrey Sexton. It will be returned this time here by Matt Chillick. And he will get it down to the 20. And he will be tackled there, Matt McCulloch. So Lehigh will be starting from their own 20-yard line. Both of Princeton kickoffs have been received around the 5, but haven't been able to get taken down very far. You expect them to get a little bit further. But the 20 will be a good starting point here. And it will be Dante Perry once again in the backfield. Luke Yoder next to him. 3 receivers out. Moving left to right still. Princeton defense shakes it up a little bit. First and 10. Here takes the snap. Hand off to Yoder to the outside. Yoder's able to run out for a couple yards, but not a whole lot there. Had a lot of space, but it was a really nice tackle made by Jackson Ford. So now it will be 2nd down and 8 after the gain of 2 from Yoder. Couple offensive substitutions made.
Matt Mahalik in quarterback for Lehigh.
Dante Perry will sub out, and Mahalik will be in the game.
Correction, Mahalik in a running back. Perry's still a quarterback.
Perry's still a quarterback, never mind. Mahalik is in the game as well. Both quarterbacks are now thrown outside. It is a reverse here. A couple yards gained. Jaden Green off that reverse. Trying to play a little bit confusing here with the two quarterbacks on the field. But the play isn't able to get much, so it will be a 3rd and 5 here for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks. To continue this drive, they need to get to the 30. Perry in the shotgun like he has been all game. 4.5 minutes to play. Princeton showing blitz once again, as they have been. Inching forward. Takes a snap, and they will come this time. Quick throw to the inside, and it will be incomplete, right through the receiver's hands. That was intended for Mason Humphrey on the outside. Humphrey's been targeted a lot this game, but is not able to bring it all in. Humphrey only has 1 catch out of his 4 targets. So now it will be punt here for the Mountain Hawks, as they're unable to get anything on their drive here. Here's the punt. It's another good one, really high this time, as A.J. Barber will receive it. And he has a good run here, able to make a couple people miss, and he's now running down the close end of the field, down to the 40, down to the 30, where he will finally be tackled. Great return from Barber. That was fantastic. Got about 30 yards there on the return, and absolutely great field position here for the Princeton Tigers to start this drive. What a return.
Punt return to the 27-yard line.
Looks like there will be a media timeout, so we will be back in a minute. Welcome back here to Goodman Stadium. Currently a tie game, as Princeton will get the ball to start their drive after the 46-yard return from A.J. Barber. So they will be starting from the 27-yard line. Only need 27 yards for this score, as the Mountain Hawks defense will look to bounce back. Here is Blaine Hippa in the shotgun. 2 tight end set, handoff on the inside made to Volkner. Will gain about 5 yards throughout the middle before he was brought down. Second and 5 here for the Princeton Tigers. Another play change here. as HIPAA calls an audible. Murphy in the backfield this time. HIPAA hands it off to Murphy. Murphy running up, makes a cut in the inside, and not a whole lot there, but able to gain a couple of yards down to the 20-yard line. So it should be about 3rd and 2 here for the Tigers.
Nelson.
He gained about 2 yards before Nelson was able to bring him down. Now it's a big 3rd down here as Mountain Hawks look to get a stop. HIPAA with the snap, hands off inside. Again, not able to get a whole lot. Looks like they got the stop. Murphy not able to gain a whole lot, and it will be 4th and 1. And they will go for it here. That's surprising here on their own 20-yard line. Princeton is going for it in this big 4th and looks about 1.5, 2 yards. In the shotgun here is HIPAA. Motion from the close side. Takes a snap, drops back. And it's a deep pass looking for the end zone, and it will be out of bounds. So Lehigh will take over on downs. Great defense there. There was pressure again in the backfield as HIPAA had to look back and just threw it downfield, and it was out of bounds, not able to be caught. Great defense, and now the Lehigh Mountain Hawks will take over. That's a great bounce back possession here for the Mountain Hawks after giving up the quick touchdown on the last possession. And as the offense will now take the field. So they'll be at their own 19-yard line for this drive. 81 yards down the field is the goal. As the stands look almost full now on that far side with the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Here's the snap. Hand off inside to Yoder, and Yoder will be able to bounce forward. He's really doing a great job of bouncing off tackles and not being brought down on the first attempt. So his second effort is able to get him down to about 5 yards. So we'll be 2nd and 5 here. Yoder really runs aggressively. It's really impressive to watch as he tries to grind through each yard. He's not afraid to take hits, and he's able to make people miss too. Only a minute and a half left here. As Perry takes a snap, hands off again to Yoder, runs through the inside, but not much there this time. Tries to make a spin off someone, but could not get it done. Gain of about a yard. 3rd and 4 here. Every 3rd down's an important 3rd down, but this one feels even more important as Lehigh looks to take the lead once again. Minute left here. Princeton subs out most of its defense here. Surprising to watch for this 4th down as Perry in the shotgun once again. With 4 to go. Motion from the far side. Runs across, back around behind Perry. And snap will be taken, slant to the inside to Humphrey, and it was complete. And that will be a 1st down for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Humphrey has been the main target here for Perry so far this game. Not able to bring in most of them. This is his 2nd catch. Yeah, Perry's only now 3 for 6. So most of the plays so far have been rushing. 10 rushing plays, 6 passing plays. As Perry's in this shotgun once again, only 9 seconds to go, so this will be the last play of the quarter. Perry takes a snap, drops back, looks downfield, and it will be intercepted. That was not a very good pass. There was a Lehigh receiver in the vicinity, but it looked like he almost threw it too. Torrey Crawford's there, safety for the Princeton Tigers. So now the Tigers will take over at the start of the 2nd quarter at around the 50-yard line, and we will be back once the 2nd quarter starts. And we are back here in Goodman Stadium as the Princeton Tigers will look to take the field for their offense following that interception by Torian Roberts. Dante Perry has had a really rough start to this game, completing just 3 of his 7 passes for 27 yards, including this interception. And now the Tigers will look to go the other way in the second quarter, going from left to right. The Lehigh defense is on the field, and now here goes the Tigers offense to take over. And like I was saying at the start of this game, this is a game we're really looking at Lehigh to determine if this team can be good or not this year. They had a really, really rough loss start of the season to the Army West Point, but that is a loss like you almost expect, especially at the start of the season against a team that is considered to be very good. And now here's the snap taken by Hippa. Hands it off on the inside, and there's nothing there. Really aggressive run by Ethan Clark, but there's just absolutely nothing there. Really great defense, especially run defense at the start of this game here for the Mountain Hawks as we are in the second quarter now. Hippa. Every snap has been taken in the shotgun so far by both teams. As Hippa takes a snap with motion this time, hands it off on the close side, and there's just nothing there once again. Able to gain about a yard this time, as it was handed off to Ethan Clark. Ethan Clark wasn't able to get anything there, and now they're about at the 50-yard line. 3rd down and 8 to go. Important 3rd down as Princeton looks to kick into field goal range here. Hippa in the shotgun. 13 minutes to go. Still a tie game here, 7-7. As Hippa takes the snap, blitz comes, and Hippa is now scrambling to the far side, and he will be sacked. What a play. Quick blitz in from the far side. That was Bryson Edwards, the linebacker from the blitz, and that is a huge loss. Loss of about 15, 20 yards, and now Princeton will definitely be forced to punt here on this 4th down. 4th and 23. So a 25-yard sack by Edwards, the junior for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, as Clark. Oh, the snap is fumbled. Now he's looking to run to the outside, and he will get the punt off. Wow. Punt is received, and nowhere to go. That was almost disastrous for the Tigers as the snap was fumbled, and the punter had to run out to the outside, and he was able to get the punt off last second while scrambling to the outside and still was able to get a really solid punt off downfield. And Lehigh will now be starting at the 28-yard line, their own 28. Really heads-up play by that punter despite fumbling the snap. That could have been really, really bad for them.
Hayden Johnson, number 1 in at quarterback.
So now Hayden Johnson is in at quarterback, the first year for the Mountain Hawks. He takes a snap, throws it outside to Yoder, and there's just nothing there. Scratch that. That was Jaden Green with that reception. Loss of about a yard as they got to the outside. Now they'll start in the far hash, 2nd and 11 here for Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Keeping Hayden Johnson in the game. It's surprising to see the first-year quarterback get some playing time over graduate student Dante Perry. I hope he's all right. Johnson takes a snap, drops back, looks to pass on the outside, and it will be complete to Humphrey as his helmet was knocked off, and that will be a flag thrown. Wow, that was really violent tackle there. His helmet was completely shot off of his head. So it looks like If I had to guess, they're calling targeting. We'll see what they call here. That was a really aggressive tackle. Yeah, personal foul. They didn't specify what it was, but it will be a 15-yard penalty, so it will be first down for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks as they move down this field. It was a nice pass completed to Humphrey. It gained about 8 yards, and the tackle knocked his helmet off. So I imagine it's some sort of like targeting penalty is what they call it, but they just called it a personal foul. So now Lehigh will have the ball on the 50-yard line. First and 10 here. Hayden Johnson stays in the game. Still tie game. And Johnson takes the snap, hands it off inside, and there's nothing there. Hands it off to Green once again for a gain of maybe half a yard. So it'll be second and 10 here. Johnson on the field once again. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Rolling out to the outside, able to throw it, and it is complete on the far side of the field for a gain of about 11 yards, and it will be a first down. Great roll outside, and Dylan McFadden makes the catch on the far side for 11 yards. As Hayden Johnson really has his team moving down the field. The penalty obviously helps, but he still made a couple of good completions. 3 for 3 here with his attempts. He's looking really good. Johnson in the shotgun from the 39-yard line. Calls an audible, doesn't like what he sees. Takes a snap. Hands it off down the far side. And he breaks free of a tackle, and he's running down the sideline. What a great run there. Luke Yoder, able to gain about 20 yards. Gets to the outside, makes someone miss, breaks a tackle, and runs all the way down to the 10-yard line. What a run by Yoder. So they got down to the 11-yard line, so it will be first and 10, though very unlikely to get this first down. Hayden Johnson in the backfield. Following the big play, hands it off to Yoder once again. And there's nothing there this time. Looks like a loss of about a yard as the Tigers defense was able to get past the line pretty quickly there. Great defense there. Now it will be second and 10. This Tigers defense has looked very shaky throughout this game, especially letting now the first-year quarterback drive down the field. As we're definitely going to have to look into what's going on with Dante Perry. Hope he's all right. But I imagine they're just giving Johnson some playing time here in this game, especially in non-Patriot League play. Takes the snap, hands it off to Yoder. Yoder, sorry, that was Jaden Green as he gets in. What a run. Touchdown, Lehigh. Run up straight through the middle, and there was nothing there. Jaden Green punches it in for the touchdown, 11-yard run. No defenders even touched him. He just ran straight up the middle, and that's all it took. So that will be a touchdown for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Now on for the extra point tries. Nick Garita once again. No funny business with their lineup this time. They take the snap, and the kick is up, and it is good. So now Lehigh is currently leading 14-7 here in this second quarter with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. And it will be a media timeout, so we will be back in a minute. Welcome back to Goodman Stadium following the Lehigh touchdown by Jaden Green. Quick run up the middle for 11 yards, and he punches it in the end zone. So now it will be Princeton receiving the kickoff here. Like I said at the start of this game, rushing offense has really been the standout for Lehigh so far, as they've already rushed for 95 yards this game. Obviously, Yoder leading that with 68 of them, Jaden Green with 14. The quarterback, Machillik, took the one QB draw for 10 yards, and Dante Perry has tagged on 3 as well. So 95 yards altogether here for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, but Hayden Johnson was really impressive for the first year. Completes his 2 passes for 100%. Both passes he threw were completed, so he's gained a good 19 yards there, already almost matching the totals of Perry through his one drive. And now here's the kickoff with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to play. It's a line drive down the field, and it will be into the end zone for a touchback. So now Princeton will start at the 25-yard line in this second quarter. Yeah, Lehigh's just played really well all around. They gave up a couple big plays, but outside of that, their defense has been good. Their offense has been good. So this is really something to be excited about if you're a Lehigh Mountain Hawks fan, especially against a team like Princeton, who has historically had their number and who is an Ivy League opponent who is pretty strong. They went 5-5 last year throughout Ivy League play and all play. And they are a 28-time national champion, so something to write home about if you're able to hold on as the snap will be taken. Handoff this time once again, nothing there as the Lehigh defense continues to stuff all run attempts. Volker tried to run forward, but everything on the inside is just completely stuffed. This defensive line has looked fantastic. Hippa still on the field for the Tigers, so he will be their starting quarterback. There was a little bit of confusion about who would be starting this game. It would between Blaine McAllister and Blaine Hippa. Hippa has played the majority of the snaps. The junior here for the Tigers as he takes a snap, drops back this time. Not a whole lot of rushing, but there is a flag thrown, likely a hold. And he will be sacked in the end for about a loss of a yard through the scramble. Flag is thrown for holding. So it'll be interesting to see what Mountain Hawks decide, because they could elect to not take that and make it third down. Holding is called. Penalty is declined. So it will be third down and 11 here. I like that decision by Kevin Collin. So now third and 11. Very important third down, because if Lehigh is able to get the ball back here in this quarter and extend their lead before halftime, because Princeton will receive the ball following halftime with now 7.5 minutes to play. So there is time for both teams. Hippa here with Volker in the backfield, drops back. Not much. He's scrambling around, looking, throws it out of bounds. There was nothing there. Really great defense all around. Pass rush was able to get into Hippa, and there was no one open downfield throughout the scramble. So now the punt team will have to come on. I imagine after that last punt attempt, the long snapper definitely got a talking to as they look to get this one off smoothly compared to last time. Back to receive is Nick Paletti, and it is a bad snap once again. He's able to receive it this time, and it is tipped as the punt. So it is a very short punt. Only got it down to the 50-yard line, about 30 yards. So it will be great starting field position. The snap was once again really tough to receive. It was a little high. He had to go behind him a little bit, so he started off to begin with. And then the pass rush for the Mountain Hawks was able to get into it and tip it. So now they will be starting at the 50-yard line as we take another media timeout here with your Lehigh Mountain Hawks leading 14-7 with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. Welcome back to Bethlehem here for this game between your Lehigh Mountain Hawks and the Princeton Tigers. It's been a great start to the game for the Mountain Hawks as they take over here at the 50-yard line with 7 minutes to play, looking to put up by 2 scores against this Princeton Tigers team who is very, very lethal. The main standout so far in defense for the Mountain Hawks has been Matt Spatney, able to get 2 sacks already, including a pass breakup and a couple of QB hurries. So it's really just been fantastic all around for the defense, but Spatney has been absolutely as the standout. As now Hayden Johnson still on the field for the Mountain Hawks, takes a snap, pitch outside, this time to Green, and there's nothing there. Not able to get anything. And looks like there is a player hurt on the field. Sekou Rowland made the tackle on Green there, and he is down on the field. So we will take a quick timeout to make sure he is okay. Welcome back here to Goodman Stadium here as your Lehigh Mountain Hawks still have the ball here. Sager Rowland was able to walk off the field under his own power, so that was good to see. They're checking him out in the tent now. So now it will be 2nd and 12 here following the loss on that run by Green. Hayden Johnson still on the field. So now here we are back to play. 6 minutes and 50 seconds here to play in this half. And here's the snap. He drops back, looks to the outside, and the pass is complete. Running down the sideline at the 20, at the 10, and it is and he is down at the 1. Oh, almost got in there. What a play here by the Mountain Hawks. All the way down to the 1-yard line. Hayden Johnson completes the pass to the outside. Runs all the way down. I believe that was Humphrey. What a play. Made the one guy miss, and there was no one behind him. Got chased down, and he is at the 1-yard line, and here they will look to punch it in. Hayden Johnson in the backfield as Princeton makes some defensive substitutions. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for the Mountain Hawks, looking to extend their lead to 2 touchdowns. Already 2 rushing touchdowns this game. I imagine they're trying to get another one here. As Humphrey, he takes the snap and hands off to Yoder on the inside. It's going to be tough. Lehigh obviously thinks they got it. Princeton doesn't seem to have a thought, and it is signaled a touchdown. So Lehigh does score as Yoder is able to punch it in, and now it is 20-7. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks leading. What a drive. 3 quick plays down the field is all they needed, and they will score the touchdown. Really, really great work by this Lehigh offense to take this lead and extend it even as we go into halftime with still 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. So now here is the kick. It is up, and it is good once again. Nick Garrido has been 3 for 3 so far, and now your Lehigh Mountain Hawks are leading 21-7 over the Princeton Tigers. Really fantastic play all around. Hayden's pass to Dylan McFadden was completed for 51 yards down the field. Made a couple people miss, but was tackled at the 1-yard line when Yoder was able to punch it in for the touchdown. 3 plays was all they needed. Had the injury timeout in between, but it's all it took. Very quick drive by the Mountain Hawks. Took only about a minute off the clock. So now Yoder has 2 touchdowns on this game. Hayden Johnson has looked fantastic. He's 3 for 3 with 70 yards, including the 51-yard play. Luke Yoder's rushed for 69 this game with 2 touchdowns. Jaden Green, the other touchdown. This Lehigh offense has looked great. Especially, like, all around, this team has looked fantastic. Able to keep the defensive stops. There's really no complaints at all. And now Princeton will receive the ball this time. Every kickoff has been a touchback so far. So I'd imagine that Connor Poole would look to kick it through the end zone once again. And now here's the kickoff. Back to receive. Princeton Tigers. This one's a little short this time to the far end of the field, but and it is out of bounds, sadly. So the flag will be thrown, and that will, I believe, start from the 35. Kick was just barely out of bounds in the end zone. Landed right by the pylon on, sadly, the out of bounds side. So Princeton Tigers will take over from their own 35 here with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play. So definitely enough time to get down the field. As this Lehigh defense looks to make another stop. Keeping this 2-touchdown lead going into halftime would be so great for this offense and just this team all together, especially against the Tigers, who you expect to be able to get together and come back, especially through this halftime with their 14-year head coach. Snap is taken. Looks downfield. Not a whole lot there. Throws it to the outside, and it is incomplete. They looked for the deep ball at first, and it wasn't there. So the pass intended to Stilella was incomplete. Hippa had plenty of time to throw, but he wasn't able to find the open receivers downfield. So we'll be 2nd and 10 here following that incompletion. Hippa on the field with Darian Murphy in the backfield. Trips right here on the close side of the field as they continue to move from left to right, the Tigers do. Now there's motion to the far side of the field. Hippa drops back, throws to that player, and is almost intercepted. It looks like an incompletion. Nearly picked off. Incomplete, and it will be 3rd and 10. Play was made by Tyler Ochosky, almost made that interception. But instead, it will be an incompletion, 3rd and 10 here. After the 2 incompletions, Hippa has really struggled to find his receivers outside of their 1 touchdown drive where they got those 2 long completions. So now with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to play, very quick drive here. Big 3rd down as the Lehigh fans really get into it. Hippa drops back, looks for the pass, and there's nothing there. He throws it way too far, and a flag is thrown. So that will be a pass interference call. That is a really tough one for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks to deal with. I didn't see a ton there. So the referees will discuss it, and the call will be made. And they will pick up the flag. There is no flag on the play.
No penalty.
So great defense. The flag was thrown at first, but the referees discussed and decided that there was no penalty on the play. So Lehigh Mountain Hawks, with that defensive stand, with 3 quick incompletions, will now get the ball back with 5 minutes and 23 seconds to play. Brady Clark back to punt. Punt is once again not fielded well, and he kicks it back out of the end zone. Wow. I don't even know what the call is on that. The snap was over his head, and he kicked it back out of the end zone so that Lehigh couldn't get a touchdown. And now the officials will have to discuss with Kevin Cahill to decide what the call is here. Is that a safety? Is it he kicked the football? Is that a penalty? Do they get the ball where he kicked it? Because you're not allowed to just like kick it backwards. It was on the ground. He didn't even field it. He just kicked it off the ground. Wow. Wow. So it is 1st and goal, Lehigh. So what happened was from the spot, they said it was an illegal use of the ball. So since he kicked it at their own 5-yard line, it's a half the distance to the goal. So Lehigh will now take over at the Princeton Tigers 2-yard line. Wow. This snap has been horrible. The long snapper, 3 punts in a row now has flubbed the snap. And now Lehigh will take over with only 2 yards to go to the touchdown. So the other 2 snaps didn't end up mattering too much outside of that 1 tip. But really, the special teams here for Princeton has struggled, and Lehigh will now get the ball. First and goal with only 2 yards to go. Dante Perry back in the game now. Perry takes the snap, hands it off to Jaden Green up the inside, and he will be short of the end zone, not able to punch it in. So they will get about a gain of a yard, so they'll be down at the 1-yard line now.
Picked up 2 yards.
Excuse me, he picked up 2 yards, and they started at the 4. So now it is 2nd and goal with 2 yards to go. So Yoder is back on the field now for the Mountain Hawks. Dante Perry in the shotgun. A touchdown here would be so massive for the Mountain Hawks to go up 28-7. Takes the snap, hands it off to Yoder, and he is able to get down to the 1-yard line, not able to punch it in, makes a couple people miss, and he slips as he's diving forward. He had space and could have punched it in, but he sadly slipped, and now they will be at the 1-yard line, 3rd and goal. Any score here will be absolutely massive for the Mountain Hawks just to extend this lead. as this is really a tough lead for Princeton to swallow going into halftime. 4 minutes to play here. Two in the backfield. Dante Perry, it looks like some trickery here as Perry lines up in the outside now. Matt Mahalik takes the snap and he will dive forward and not able to get it. It looks like he will be down at the 1 yard line.
Mahalik takes the snap.
It was a QB draw up the middle as Mahalik takes it. Now it will be 4th and goal. Interesting to see what Lehigh decides here. Will they go for it? From the 1 yard line, you have to imagine they try, especially with how prolific their offense has been with the rush so far. If I was Kevin Cahill, just give the ball to Yoder. Yoder has been fantastic. Already has 2 touchdowns on the game. So now this will be a massive 4th down as Princeton tries to make the goal line stand. Dante Perry in. Yoder in to his right. Perry takes the snap. Hands it off to Yoder, and it looks like he will be stopped. Not a whole lot there. Loss of a yard, so Princeton will take over on downs and will get back from their own 1 yard line. Really, really impressive defensive stand by the Tigers as they prevent the Mountain Hawks from going ahead following that disastrous punt. Really disappointing for the Mountain Hawks. You expect them to get a score there, especially from you get the ball at the 4 yard line. You're not able to pick up 4 yards. It's really, really disappointing. So now here we have Princeton taking over on downs with Blaine Hippa in his own end zone. Will take the snap. With Lehigh, how good Lehigh's defense has been, especially their line, you expect them to look to get a safety here. And now hand it off up the middle, able to gain about a yard before he's taken down at the 3 yard line. Every play here is dangerous for the Tigers. You don't want to look to pass because if you pass and your quarterback, something crazy happens, someone gets through the line and he gets sacked, it's a safety would be disastrous right now for the Tigers. So I imagine they're going to be handing off over and over again to Volker here, who has been pretty good for them so far. As Volker will get the ball again, gain of about a yard. They're down to the 4 yard line now, 3rd down. Volker has been pretty good so far this game for them. He's gained about he's had about 6 or 7 attempts now for 16 yards total. Highlighted by his 11-yard touchdown run. Hippa's only 3 for 10 so far this game, so Princeton has really just struggled to get anything together altogether. 60 yards rushing, and they have a net of 27 rushing yards. Negative 27, sorry. And a timeout will be called here. 2-minute timeout, and it will be a media timeout. So when we come back, it will be 3rd down for the Tigers, as your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead 21-7. Welcome back to Goodman Stadium here with 2 minutes to play in this first half. Princeton has the ball on their own 4 yard line and it is currently 3rd and 8. So if Lehigh gets a stop here, they're able to hopefully try to get a couple more points here before halftime starts, after they struggled to score from their own with only 2 yards to go after the goal line stand from the Princeton Tigers. So now Blaine Hippa still in his own end zone taking the snap here. 3rd down, takes a snap, drops back a little bit, finds a pass and able to get a completion down the close side of the field, and it is just short of the 1st down. So they got down to the 10-yard line. So it was a gain of about 6 there. Still not able to be completed. And it is a timeout taken here by the Mountain Hawks with 1:38 to play. Some time was able to drain off, but it will be 4th down with about 2 yards to go. So it's a really important decision here for the Tigers, because they could, I imagine they're going to punt, but they could try to draw them off sides. They could try a couple different things and even surprise them with a quick play. But you imagine they're going to punt this, especially with only 1:38 seconds to go. You don't want to give Lehigh the ball back here again, because you have to imagine they would make some adjustments after what happened last time. So after this timeout, it will be 4th down as Lehigh defense takes the field. Princeton Tigers will send out their offense. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up deciding here. It is the punt team, actually. Their quarterback just happens to be in the punt team. They're probably just trying to be confusing here, because the quarterback ran out for a second and turned around, and the punt team is now on with Grady Clark back to punt. You have to imagine they're avoiding a disaster for the 4th time in a row. All you want is a clean snap. Long snapper Luke Gepner has had a terrible game so far. 3 snaps in a row were botched. So now Brady Clark is back to punt. And a little bit of confusion from the referees on the field. And now they are ready. And here's the snap and the punt. Successfully fielded this time, but it's a horrible punt. He punts it straight up into the air. Only got to the 30-yard line. So it's just special teams disaster after special teams disaster here for the Princeton Tigers. And Lehigh will take over from the Princeton 30-yard line. You have to imagine there'll be some changes made in halftime, because this has just been horrible. Every single time they send a special teamer out there, something goes wrong outside their first punt. So he clearly hit the ball at the wrong spot this time, because it just went straight up into the air. I mean, it ended up being a punt of about 20 yards, but that's just not enough. So Lehigh will take over at the 34-yard line. Only need to get a little bit further to get into a comfortable field goal range, as you look to put up points before this halftime, when Princeton will get the ball back after halftime. So 1:30 here to play, as we have Hayden Johnson on the field for the Mountain Hawks. First year, back taking over for Perry. So Johnson takes a snap, drops back, looking deep, and he finds an open receiver, but he's not able to haul it in. It bounced off of his hands. That was a tight end, Nick Williams. That's just a pass you expect to be completed there. It was in his hands. He was diving forward a little bit. It was not an easy catch, but he was wide open. You need to complete that if you're the Mountain Hawks. So now it will be 2nd and 10, 1:25 to play. Here after that, it was about a 20-yard pass, and he probably would have been down at the spot. So it would not have been a touchdown, but still, that's a huge gain that you really need to have. And they show blitz this time. Hayden Johnson runs up the middle, gains about a yard after the blitz comes, and it will be 3rd and 9 here for the Mountain Hawks. You have to imagine their goal is just to gain some yards, because if you get inside close enough where you can get a comfortable kick for your kicker, going up 24-7, it's a big difference, making it a 3-possession versus a 2-possession game. So Hayden Johnson in the backfield with Luke Yoder to his left. Trips on the right. Receiver on the close side as well. Johnson now takes a snap, drops back, and he floats to the close side of the field, and it is complete down to the 21-yard line, and that will be a first down for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Great completion by Mason Humphrey, able to get out of bounds as well. So with 37 seconds to play here, the clock is stopped. Hayden Johnson still on the field. Now Mountain Hawks currently on their own, not their own, Princeton 22-yard line. Johnson now, as Princeton makes some defensive substitutions, takes the snap, drops back, quick pass out to Yoder on the close side of the field, and he will get out of bounds as well. So 21 seconds now here to play, and he gets down to the 16-yard line, gain of about 7 yards before he was pushed out of bounds. So it is 2nd and 5 here for the Mountain Hawks. Hayden Johnson still on the field, as you expect him to be throughout this whole drive. Yoder to his left. 2 receivers on the close side, 1 on the far side. Tight end as well on the close side. Princeton defense lines back up. And now Johnson will take the snap, drops back, looks to the far side of the field, and he's now scrambling. And he will be sacked. He just got thrown to the field. Nicholas Sanker with the sack. So Lehigh will now take a timeout following that sack, loss of about 10 yards. So that gets you into the area where it's really tough for a field goal. So now it's 3rd down, 15 to go. So Lehigh will take a timeout, 13 seconds here to play. 3rd down, you have to imagine like you're going to do a quick pass, looking for one of the outside of the field, just gain about 5-6 yards, get into that 20-yard line range where you can throw your kicker out there and like with a comfortable kick. Because if you kick from right here, it's like about a 40-yard kick, and in college that's like nowhere near a guarantee. So really just hoping to gain a couple yards here on this last play, just to make any kick easier. Though kicker Nick Garrido has been pretty good so far, not just today but throughout the season for the Mountain Hawks. Another timeout here taken by Princeton this time. So that 30-second timeout will continue as both teams need to really decide what's going on here. It's really hard to highlight one specific thing that Lehigh has done well this game because they've just done everything well. Their defense has looked good. Their offense has looked good outside of that one drive where they couldn't gain 4 yards. But other than that, like, they've been fantastic. Hayden Johnson has looked great in quarterback, but now it is Dante Perry back in the game here for this last play. Looking to get a more guaranteed couple yards here, you have to imagine. 13 seconds left to play. Showing blitz again is the Tigers, and they are starting to drop back. So Dante Perry takes the snap, and the blitz does come. Enough time, he throws downfield for the end zone, and it is incomplete. It was off the receiver's hands once again. They've had a couple of those here in this drive. Pass intended for Dylan McFadden, who had the big 50-yard gain earlier in this game, and he was not able to haul it in. So now Lehigh will put the kicker on the field here with 4th down, 8 seconds to go in this half. So it will be a 44-yard field goal. Nick Garrido. Here's a snap and the hold for his career long, and it is no good. It was just off to the right, and it just had enough. It would have gotten over if it was straight, but it sadly was not straight. So now With 3 seconds to play, Princeton will take over the ball. Have to imagine they're just going to knee it as we head to halftime here. It was really a good start here for Lehigh Mountain Hawks, currently leading 21-7 here with 3 seconds left to play in this half. Hayden Johnson, the first-year quarterback, has been really impressive, and they will knee the ball, and we will head to halftime here. Current score 21-7. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks are leading here on Parents Weekend in Bethlehem. We will see you guys when we come back out for halftime following the Marching 97's performance. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone, to Bethlehem here for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks against the Princeton Tigers. It is currently halftime, a couple minutes until we get started. We have currently a lead 21-7 for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks, which is really, really great going into halftime here as we wait a couple minutes to get back started. Lehigh Mountain Hawks offense has really been highlighted by Hayden Johnson, the first-year quarterback for the Mountain Hawks. He's completed 5 of his 6 attempts for 86 yards for 83% completion rate. His longest pass was a 51-yard pass to Dylan McFadden down the far side of the field, who sadly wasn't able to punch it for the touchdown there, but right afterwards, Yoder was able to punch it in. Luke Yoder has 2 touchdowns so far in this game, 70 yards gained. Lehigh rushing has been their main strength throughout their offense so far today, though Hayden Johnson and Dante Perry have combined to put up 100 yards in passing as well, which they have not managed to do in every single game so far this season, and they've already done it here at halftime. So this Lehigh offense has really been really impressive so far. It's not something you fully expect out of them because their defense has been what has been keeping them in most of these games as they continue to do that. They have 3 sacks already, 2 by Matt Spatney, 1 by Edwards as well. They also have the interception from Aiden Singleton. Their defense has been really fantastic. And on the Princeton side, Hippa has completed 4 of his 11 attempts, including 1 interception as well for 66 yards. He was sacked 3 times, like we said before. Mahanan was their main receiver. All 4 passes were completed to different receivers, but the one to Mahanan was completed for 36 yards, which was a very long pass attempt. Faulkner has been their main use of yards so far this game. He has 7 attempts for only 19 rushing. So really, Princeton has just struggled to find offense altogether. Outside of their 1 scoring drive where they had the 2 long passes, their offense hasn't really put together a whole lot as the Princeton alumni band continues to play. In the background here, defensively, Princeton has been a little bit better. They have 1 sack. It was split between 2 players. It was Nicholas Sanker and Chase Christopher who got the sacks together. Each got half. Pass defense, they do have the 1 interception as well from Torian Roberts. And that was the one time they were able to turn points. So both teams playing pretty well defensively, but Lehigh has just been able to put up numbers that they're not used to putting up against this team, especially a Princeton team that you haven't been able to beat the last 3 times they played against them. Last time we beat Princeton was 2016. Granted, we don't play them every year, but when we do, they generally have our number. They beat us 69-7 in 2018, and in 2020 we played as well. Was not much better. So it's really rough for Lehigh usually against Princeton. So it's really good to see them, especially coming out on this 2-game win streak, coming for their 4th game of the year, and they're currently leading at the half with 2 minutes until kickoff, 21-7. So watching this Lehigh offense has been impressive. Lehigh defense as well, as we have the special teams out in the field practicing their kicks. A lot of punt practice as well for Princeton, as I assume they got a big talking to between games in the halftime. Sorry, because that was just like literally disaster after disaster for the Tigers on their special teams units. So that was really something that was keeping Lehigh in the game, but they could have kept them even more in the game. Lehigh had a couple opportunities here at the end of that half, put up more points, and really they should be up 28-7 right now. But they were unable to punch in that touchdown. They missed the field goal as well that really came off missing that touchdown. So they probably wouldn't have got both, but the touchdown would have made a huge difference. Make just a 3-score game is a huge difference from a 2-score game, because 2-score game, random stuff could happen. Someone could score a touchdown and suddenly, oh, there's a fumble, you get the ball back, Especially when Princeton does get the ball to start this half. So a minute and a half now until kickoff. Princeton, like I said, will be receiving the kickoff to start this half. And as we move into this 3rd quarter, we're really looking at the Lehigh defense to continue to play well, continue to stop the Princeton offense on all aspects of the ball. It's really looking at those safeties and at those cornerbacks to not give up those long plays, because that has been the one thing that's really hurt them so far, and it's only been 2 plays. So it's not like it's been all game where, you know, Princeton just getting these big plays. They're putting up huge numbers. They're not. They're really not putting up high numbers at all. Hippo only has 66 passing yards in 4 completions. So he's his long was a 36-yard pass. So you take that one pass away, he is 3 for 10, 33% completion rate, and only 30 yards. So he's really not having a really good game here. Currently, a 68 QB rating for Hippo in this game. But like I said before, the main highlight of this Princeton has been their special teams. The punts have been rough. The 3 punts for 88 yards, an average of 30 yards, is not something you really hope for ahead of your punter, especially when he had the punt straight up in the air, he had the punt that was blocked, and his one good punt was only 39 yards. So he's had a really rough game, and I wonder if they'll even put him out there again if they have someone else they could punt. But Sexton has been really good on their kickoff returns, and he'll look to do that again today. In his 2 returns, he's got 127 yards, and that's 63 average between the two of them. So Lehigh special teams defense definitely needs to be better and not giving up those long plays, as now we will get kicked off here to start the third quarter in this half. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead 21-7, and here's the kickoff. Sexton back to receive, and he will receive it. This time, it is well defended by the Mountain Hawks. He got to about the 25 before he got wrapped up and brought down. It was Kenny Jordan this time, sorry, on the return.
Tackle by Kai Smith.
So now Princeton will take the field once again, now starting for the first time in this half. Currently down 14 points, really looking to come back into this game as it starts to get hot here in Bethlehem. Stands have started to thin a little bit following halftime. Lehigh's not the biggest football school, so you don't expect a whole lot of turnout for any game, really, outside of Lee Laugh. And now Parrott takes the snap and now runs up the middle after there's no one open on the outside. Looks like they were trying to screen, but they ended up running up the middle. So Hippa now runs up the middle, gains about a yard or two. Not a whole lot there. So now it will be 2nd and 8. Hippa now with trips on the close side of the field, 3 receivers. In the shotgun like he has been all game. Motion now from the close side, comes back outside. Hippa drops back, looks to pass, finds the receiver downfield, and he is not able to bring it in. Throw was a bit out of bounds. The receiver tried to make the toe tap on the sideline, but he could not haul it in. So now it will be 3rd down and 7 here for the Princeton Tigers on their own 22-yard line. Big 3rd down for the Mountain Hawks, looking to get a stop to start this half. Trips on the close side. Motion to the outside. Wide receiver screen on the outside. On close. And it gains a few yards, but not enough for the 1st down. Looks like he gained about 6 before Lehigh's star linebacker Mike DiNucci got the stop. And it is 4th and 2 here. And it looks like the Tigers are going to go for it. They don't trust their punt team after what's happened again and again, so they are going to go for it. Blaine Hippa on the field. Lehigh showing blitz from the beginning. Only 2 yards to go here, 4th down. Hippa drops back, slant to the inside, and it is complete. So that will be a 1st down, big 1st down for the Tigers. So now it will be 1st down. Oh, and someone's hurt in the backfield here for the Mountain Hawks. That is Nick Pelektian, the defensive back for the Mountain Hawks. Looks like he tried to get off the field a little bit, but he could not get off the field, so he just went down, and it will be now a timeout here for this injury. That quick slant to the inside was very, very effective here because they saw the blitz coming from the linebackers. So they knew there'd be some space in the middle, and we will move to immediate timeout here for this injury, and we'll be back in a minute. Now he is able to limp off the field here, so that's a good sign. Able to walk mostly under his own power here, just someone holding his back to make sure he's steady. And now, Princeton will get the ball here, first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Going left to right here. Motion on the close side. Fakes the handoff. Drops back, looks at the pass. No one there. Throws it to the outside for a gain of about 2. Not even, about a yard.
Catch made.
There was some pressure as he was making the pass. He was hit as he threw. He was looking downfield initially, but there was no one there, so he able to check down, get the pass to the outside. Looks like they lost a yard on the play, actually. So now it'll be 2nd and 11 here for the Tigers as Hippa takes the snap, drops back, looking downfield this time. There's a screen inside now to the inside, and he makes a big hurdle. Wow. What a play by Volkner. Lehigh player went down for the tackle, and Volker jumped right over him for the big yard, but he was ended up brought down by Mike Danucci after the hurdle. So now it will be first down from the 50-yard line following the 15-yard gain from Volker. Hippa takes the snap, hands off to Volker again. Volker up the middle. Gains about 3 yards before he's brought down. Aiden Singleton with the tackle. Singleton has been pretty good so far. He got that one interception. And here's a snap to Hippa. Fakes the handoff, drops back, looks deep for his wide open receiver, but is thrown just too far. Pass was intended for Luke Colella. He was wide open downfield. Would have been a touchdown if it was complete, but the pass was just too far out of his reach. Got to be disappointed if you're Colella there, getting wide open and your quarterback's not able to connect with you for the touchdown. So now it will be 3rd down and 5 from the 45-yard line. From the Mountain Hawks 45-yard line. Trips on the close side, and they were not ready for the snap. That was confusing. The ball snapped, and no one was ready for it except the center, it looks like. So there was a lot of confusion, people standing around as Hippa caught the ball. Flag was thrown. Play was stopped. Not sure what the call will be. Delay a game. Defense? What? Delay a game on the defense somehow? So now that's a 5-yard penalty, which is bizarre. Seeing so much confusion, somehow the defense gets a delay a game call. So now it will be 3rd and 1 here for the Tigers. Ball is snapped, run to the outside from the QB keeper, able to gain a bunch of yards. So that will be an easy first down here. That was a different quarterback. That was number 19, Asher Wiener. So he gains the quick, easy first down after that confusing penalty. So it will be Princeton first down from the Lehigh 31-yard line. Motion to the outside. Hippa takes a snap. Looks to throw a screen, but now there's a flag thrown, 2 flags thrown. Now he will be brought down after a gain of about 5. Pass was complete to Barber on the outside after that screen. penalty call is illegal formation. So the 5-yard penalty, and it will be continue to be first down. Illegal formation is usually something that gets blown dead at the snap, so that's surprising they let them play out. The issue there was they had 4 people in the backfield, so they didn't get someone outside on that motion fast enough. So there were multiple flags that were thrown right at the start of that play. So it was interesting that they didn't blow that dead, because that's something that usually happens. So now it will be a big 1st and 15 here. Hippa drops back, rolls out to the left, looks deep now. Open receiver, and it is knocked down by the defense. Well defended here. Almost intercepted as well. That was Andrew Worthy with the defense intended for Matthew Mahoney. Worthy almost made the interception, able to drop it down. Defended the pass either way. He was a little upset of itself, but I think anyone will take a pass breakup in that scenario. So now it will be 2nd and 15 from the 41-yard line of the Mountain Hawks for the Tigers here. Hippa. Motion from the far side. Runs all the way to the close side. Hippa now takes the snap, drops back, looks for his receivers, going deep again for the end zone this time. Not able to be hauled in. Oh, it was caught. Wow, what a catch. He was falling to the ground. Same receiver as before. Nick Palella with the catch. What a catch. He was falling to the ground as he caught it. Really well defended by the defense, and that will be a touchdown for the Princeton Tigers. So now its score is 13-21. As Sam Masick is back for the try. Kick is up, and it is good. So that will be a quick score there for the Tigers following that big pass again. That was down to Luke Colella, who was wide open before, and they was able to call in the pass this time on a fantastic play. It was really well defended by the Mountain Hawks, but he was able to make the play to haul it in. So now currently the lead is cut down to 7. So it is a 21-14 lead here for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks here in the 3rd quarter. We will be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everyone, here to this hot day here in Goodman Stadium. As summer starts to wind down, it really heats up here in Bethlehem, especially now that the clouds are starting to roll away. So we are hot here. And now the Mountain Hawks will be receiving the ball following that touchdown from Princeton after a really good drive from Hippa. Really improved his numbers for today. He's now up to 9 for 19 for 129 yards. Really changing the whole dynamic of his offense. Really pass heavy on that drive. As now the ball will be kicked off by Sexton. And Lehigh is back to receive. Line drive kick, not very far this time. And it will go into the end zone for a touchback. It landed about the 20-yard line, then it just kept rolling. I think Lehigh was hoping it rolled out of bounds, and it did roll out of bounds, but it got into the end zone first, which means Lehigh will be taking over the ball at the 25-yard line. Looking to extend their lead now that it's been cut down to just 7. So now Dante Perry is back in the game. They've been switching back and forth between Perry and Johnson Johnson has played really well. So it's really hard to tell why they're switching around. When Johnson, the first year, has played so much better than Perry, who is the graduate student. And here's a handoff up to middle to Yoder, which will gain about 3 or 4 yards. Yoder's been really efficient, and I imagine he will continue to get a lot more attempts than that. It was his 12th rush for 70 yards now. Well, 75, including this one. He has the 2 touchdowns as well. He has 2 catches. Only 3 receivers from Lehigh have catches, but they have 8 of them, combined. So now here's Perry in the backfield with Yoder to his right. Yoder now, motion to the other side. Perry drops back and he's able to get it outside to Green. Green makes a couple people miss, gains and gets to about the line of scrimmage. The pass ended up being complete a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, so we really had to fight just to get back to the line. So now it will be 3rd and 6 here for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks at their own 29-yard line. Looking to get to the 35 to continue this drive with 9 minutes and 20 seconds here to play in the 3rd quarter. Dante Perry. Takes the snap. Drops back, and there's nothing there. He is completely swallowed up. He had a couple seconds there to throw. He didn't see anything right away, and the Princeton pass rush got right to him. So he will be sacked back to the 20-yard line for a loss of 10 yards. And now it will be a punt team coming on for the Mountain Hawks following that sack. There wasn't any one specific person who really got through there. The whole offense just completely took over, and the whole defense, completely took over, and there were about 3 people who just got to him at the same time. So now here's the punt with Barber back to return. In the air, it's not as long this time, lands about at the 50-yard line, and it is rolling forward a little bit, so they will get a couple more yards out of it. And now Princeton will be taking over at the 44-yard, their own 44-yard line. So decent field position for the start of this drive, as we will take a media timeout with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left to play. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks leading 21-14. Welcome back here to Bethlehem at Goodman Stadium as your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead 21-14. The Princeton Tigers are taking over from their own 44-yard line here with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Following that poor drive from the Mountain Hawks as they looked to gain a couple yards and got ended with that bad sack that Nori took. So it will be Tigers taking over, like I said, as they will look to tie this game up here after their disastrous first half that really could have been so much worse. So now, Dante Perry on the field. With the two tight ends set up, and one of them moves outside now. Takes the snap and hands it off to the inside to Volker, who gets nowhere.
Darian Murphy takes
Pardon me, that was Darian Murphy for the Tigers.
up, and also Jaden Nelson.
Gain of 3, now 2nd and 7 here for the Princeton Tigers. Motion from the inside, fakes the snap. Looking back, pass is incomplete, and a flag will fly from the far side of the field. Ref from really far over saw the flag, and he throws it out. So it looks like it will be a PI on the defense. Really tough call for Lehigh to swallow. I definitely understand why it was called, but don't agree. So now that will be, after that bad penalty, it will be 1st and 10 from the Mountain Hawks 40-yard line for the Tigers. So this start of the second half has been really, really different for the Tigers. They've come out swinging and really looking to tie this game up here with this drive. Motion to the outside. Perry drops back for a second, but then runs up the middle and gain of about 9 yards before he's hit, and he is hit hard. He is down after that hard hit. So we will have a timeout for his injury as he is walking off the field and he goes down again. He took a really, really huge hit there. And he definitely seems injured. So we will come back in a minute once we're back in play. Hippa is able to get off the field. And now Blaine McAllister will take over at quarterback for the Tigers.
Blaine McAllister in a quarterback for Princeton.
They are going to take a look at Hippa in the tent just to make sure he's okay. Probably do a quick concussion testing. Head injuries are something you don't want to mess with. Now here's McAllister back in the shotgun like everyone has been so far. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and now he's dropping back looking deep, and he throws it to an open receiver who is not able to haul it in. Really good defense there played by Andrew Worthy. And as they go for the end zone, intended for Audrey, but Andrew Worthy was able to defend it pretty well. So now it will be 3rd down and 3 here. McAllister still in the game as Hippa gets checked out. And there will be flags thrown right away. It'll be interesting to see what this call ends up being as it's blown dead. Princeton seems to be signaling that they're moving forward. So it looks like it will be a 1st down. Offsides on the defense. That's a tough call on that big 3rd down, so that will be an automatic 1st down with those yards that they gained. So now that will be taking the ball down to the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Princeton Tigers. McAllister in the shotgun. Gonna change the play as the whole team looks over to the sideline. Crowd starting to get into this one. Motion to the close side, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now looking deep once again. This time connects with the open receiver, and he does drop it, actually. He makes the catch at first, but then as he's getting hit, he drops it, and it will be an incomplete pass. The pass was initially brought in by Tamatoa Falatea, but he could not hold on to it, and it will be an incomplete pass. It will be 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line here for the Tigers. Hippa is now back in the game, so that's a good sign. Looks like he was able to clear whatever testing he just went through. Empty backfield, 4 receivers on the close side. Quick wide receiver screen out there, and there is just nothing there. Able to gain a couple of yards, but well defended by the Mountain Hawks after that gain of 3. So now it will be 3rd and 7. At this pivotal 3rd down, they are probably right around field goal line. So it would be a tough kick, but definitely makeable. Especially as they're 1 possession down here, 7 points. Princeton really wants to look to get back into this game with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Hippa. Empty backfield once again. 3 receivers on the far side, 2 on the close. He takes the snap, dropping back. Gets pressured this time, scrambling out to the left. He looks like he's going to run for it, and he does throw, and it is incomplete. He threw it just at the last second there when he was at the line, so now it will be 4th down. Ended up having to throw it at his feet. Not much chance of a completion there. Intended for the tight end. So now the offense stays on the field here. 4th and 8. I guess they're just out of field goal range, and there's no point to punt. From the 26-yard line, this is a big 4th down. If Princeton gets this, it's going to be devastating for the Mountain Hawks defense as they look to make a couple changes. Hippa seems to be confused about something, and now Princeton will call a timeout. So we will take a media timeout here before this big 4th down, and when we come back, we will have this important 4th down play as your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead 21-14. Welcome back here to Bethlehem as Princeton takes the field for this pivotal 4th down. They're looking to get this play off pretty quickly here as Lehigh defense just now taking the field. They're going to make them wait a couple seconds to make the substitutions, and now we are ready to play. 4th down and 8. Blaine Hippa on the field here, still for the Tigers after coming back from his injury, short injury. Make a quick adjustment. And now we're ready to play. 6 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in this quarter, sorry. And now Hippa drops back, looking for a pass, and he is sacked. What a sack. And Lehigh defense is pumped up after that one. The sack was made by TJ Burke, big defensive lineman for the defense. And now Lehigh will take over on downs from their own 31-yard line after that great stop by the defense on that big fourth down play. What a sack by TJ Burke. So now Lehigh Mountain Hawks offense will take the field. This time it will be quarterback Hayden Johnson. Seemed to be switching it up every drive, as Hayden Johnson has played significantly better than Dante Perry so far this game. So I don't imagine we'll see a ton of Perry unless they really want to put him in, who has so much more experience than the first year. Down the stretch as this game gets closer to the end. 6 minutes and 9 seconds to play. Lehigh takes over at their own 31-yard line. Johnson now here. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Green. Green looks to gain a couple yards, and on the left close side of the field, he gains about a yard before going down. So now it will be 2nd and 9 here for the Mountain Hawks as Lehigh looks to move from the right side of the field to the left from my view. Going against the wind here. Not that it's very windy, because it's not. Wish it was with how hot it is right now. Johnson here. With Jaden Green to his left. 2 receivers to the right and a tight end on the far side as well. He drops back. Looks now downfield as he scrambles around, and he will be sacked. While he was going down, he was able to run forward a little bit, and so he does get it back to the line of scrimmage, but it's still about a loss of a yard. So 3rd and 9 here. It was a great job by Johnson to at least make it a neutral play here, as, you know, he gets swallowed up by the defense. There were a couple people on him. So now Johnson with Green to his right, 2 receivers on the close side, 2 on the far side. Imagine they're looking to pass here on this 3rd down. Important 3rd down for the offense, who Lehigh offense has not been able to get much going here in this half. And giving it back over to the Tigers is definitely not something you want to do at this point. Here we go. Johnson takes the snap, drops back, and gets a quick pass off to Green on the close side. And Green is able to run forward and gain a good yard for the 1st down. There's a quick wheel route outside to Green, and Green had plenty of space to run forward. And then he dropped his shoulder and pushed forward and got that 1st down. So now Lehigh 1st and 10 here from the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line, with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Hayden Johnson on the field. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers on the far side, 2 tight ends on the close side. Here's Johnson. Takes the snap, hands off to Green on the inside. Green looks to push forward and gets a good gain there. He really fought for those yards, had to deal with a lot of contact on that run. Gains about 6 yards, it looks like, so it will be 2nd and 4. After that good read by Green. Good gain by Green. Tight end, the coaches behind me see something. So here we go, as Johnson is in the shotgun. 2 tight ends on the set. Hand off this time to Green. Green runs up the middle. Got hit once and breaks the tackle and is able to gain forward for the 1st down. Great run by Green. It's across the 50, and now it's a Mountain Hawks 1st down at the Tigers' 41-yard line. As we just crossed the 3-minute mark here to play in the 3rd quarter. Mountain Hawks starting to drive down the field. Now back with Hayden Johnson as their quarterback, following the unsuccessful drive with Dante Perry. The drives with Johnson have just seemed to be so much more successful. So you have to imagine they're going to keep looking at him, as he's now 6 for 7. 99 yards of passing. And the one interception was from Perry as well. Now Johnson gives this handoff to Green again. Green looks to go forward and with another great run. Gain of about 8. So it will be about 2nd and 3 now after this around 7 to 8 yard gain. Great run by Green. Green's just been doing really well in this drive. He's caught the one pass for about 15. He's able to push forward for 3 runs here in a row for about 5 or 6 yards each. So we'll be 2nd and 3. As Johnson takes a snap, hands it off to Green again, but he was swallowed up in the backfield this time. Breaks the one tackle initially and just gets back to around the line of scrimmage, but not far enough. As the offensive line fall apart there. Ty Cohen got into the backfield for the Tigers. And now there is a injury on the field for the Tigers. So before this 3rd down play, we will take a short break. Injury was linebacker Jackson Ford as he's able to walk off the field pretty quickly here. And we will get back to play with 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Very important 3rd down here for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. It is 3rd and 4. They got to get to the 32-yard line to continue this drive. So they are out of field goal range. Their kicker's longest kick of the season was 42 yards. So this would definitely be further than that. So now here we go. Hayden Johnson with Jaden Green again in the backfield. Johnson takes a snap, gets a quick pass to the outside, and it is complete for the 1st down. It looks like, yes, 1st down. Another pass completed to Mason Humphrey, who's been the main receiver so far here. That is a Mountain Hawks 1st down. Ball was fumbled at the end of the play, but the fumble went out of bounds, so the ball will be placed at the spot, but it is still a 1st down. So Mountain Hawks drive will continue now at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Johnson with now Yoder back in the backfield with him after the big drive from Green. Yoder gets the handoff this time, runs forward, lowers his shoulder, and gains about 2 or 3 yards.
Aaron Crossley takes the handoff.
But they really made him fight for those couple runs.
Picks up a couple of yards.
That was actually running back Aaron Crossley.
Also there to help.
First we've seen of him this game. He will stay on the field for the 2nd play. 2nd and 8. Johnson. 11 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Crossley to his left. 3 receivers on the far side. Takes the snap, drops back, gets it out to Crossley. And he gains about 10 yards. Looks like we may have got the 1st down here, and they rule him not out of bounds. So that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. But it is a Mountain Hawks 1st down. So after we get back to the 4th quarter, Lehigh will have the ball on the Princeton Tigers 20-yard line. We got to switch sides here. So we will be going from left to right when we come back. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks with the ball currently leading 21-14. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bethlehem for some Mountain Hawks football as your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead at the start of this fourth quarter. The score is 21-14. And Lehigh has the ball at the Tigers' 19-yard line in the red zone here, looking to add to their lead and really start to get to the point where they can be confident in this game. The last time Lehigh beat Princeton was back in 2016, and we've faced them 3 times since, where we've lost 32-0, 66-7, and 29-17. The most recent one, 29-17, back in 2022. Princeton leads all time 43-17 with 2 ties in there as well. Princeton is 28-time national champion, with their most recent one being in 1950. So. And now Lehigh with the ball. Johnson still in the field for this drive and as the start of the fourth quarter. Johnson takes a snap, hands it off to Green, who looks to get through the inside, makes a quick cut, and is able to gain about 2 yards. The initial hole was filled up, but he found another one for a little bit of a gain. His clutch looks to hype up the fans on the far side for Lehigh. The stands are about 3/4 full, which is pretty good attendance. It's a little bit lower than it was at the start of the game, which is surprising because we're doing pretty well. But people start to move out because there's not a whole lot of excitement about Lehigh football here. But still, Lehigh's playing pretty well this year. Looking pretty positive, especially. And now here comes Johnson, throws it to the outside, and it is complete. And it makes a man move, and a touchdown! What a play! Great moves from Jeffrey Jamil. He makes a man miss about the 10 and then is able to make a couple cuts and gets into the end zone for the Lehigh touchdown. Johnson had a lot of pressure in the backfield, but he was able to get the pass outside quickly. And it will be a touchdown as Lehigh extends the lead 27-14. As Nick Garrido is back to kick that extra point once again for the Mountain Hawks. And it is good. So now it is 28-14 here for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks as they extend the lead to 2 touchdowns here with 14 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Lehigh offense has just looked so good when they have Hayden Johnson back at the quarterback, the first-year quarterback here. He has completed 10 of his 11 passing attempts for 150 yards. He's just been absolutely lights out. Jamil Jeffrey, his first catch of the game for the touchdown. There's nothing better. It was actually his first catch of the year. Never mind. He's had a couple of rushes, but it was his first catch. What a play. Not even on the depth chart I'm given. What a play by the young receiver here, as now Lehigh will kick the ball off to Princeton's receivers. And this one is a deep kick. Will be fair caught for a touchback. And Princeton will take over from their own 25-yard line. Looking to cut into the lead here with only 14 minutes to play in this game. Lehigh extends their lead. It's just been a really great game by Lehigh as they continue to play well. This third quarter drive highlighted by Hayden Johnson's excellent quarterbacking play. His QB rating is currently 233, which I didn't even know was possible. I thought there was like a max of like 160. But his QB rating is 233, is 1 incompletion, 2 touchdowns. He's just played lights out. Now here we go. Perry gets started off, and their run to the inside with Volker goes nowhere. Lehigh defense is all pumped up as they get that initial stop. Some people on top of each other have some trouble getting up right now as the big lineman fell down. And they're all up and moving. We're good. So now it will be 2nd and 10. Follow that gain of nothing. Matt Spatney continues to continue his good game as he gets that tackle. Hippo in the backfield takes the snap, fakes the handoff, dropping back now. Looks to the far end of the field, throws a pass, and it is complete to the receiver for a huge gain. They're down now to the 50-yard line after that gain of about 30. That was retrieved by A.J. Barber, the senior. He's been really good this game, not just as a receiver, but he's done really good with their kick returning. So now here's on the other side of the field, they cross the 50. Now here's a quick run, able to gain a few yards there. Good run by Volker as he gains about 4. So the long passes continue to be the thing that just kills Lehigh defense, as now Hippa has led this team to the 48-yard line, 43-yard line, sorry. So it'll be 2nd and 6 now to go for the Tigers. Moving right to left on the Mountain Hawk side of the field now. Hippa takes a snap, dropping back, looking on the far side of the field. Incomplete. It was almost knocked down. The receiver had to dive for it, and it was pretty well defended, and they were not able to get the completion. So now this will be a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 6 from the 43-yard line. If Lehigh gets a stop here, it's going to be really tough for Princeton to keep going. You have to imagine they would go for it, especially down 2 touchdowns with 12 minutes and 24 seconds here to play in this game. Hippa in the backfield, they're going to switch up the play again. Every time they switch up the play, the whole offense for Princeton just stands up and looks to the sideline. And they got 3 guys in like yellow, red, and blue caps who just like make a bunch of hand signals. So that is a false start here. So that's going to hurt the Princeton offense a lot. They'll get moved back, so it will be a 3rd and 11 now. They get moved back to the 48-yard line. They got to get to the 37. Hippa takes a snap, 2 receivers on each side, dropping back, looking downfield, gets the pass out, and it is complete. Quick hook route, gets the 1st down now for the Tigers. That was the tight end for them, Kyler Picnic. And there is a Lehigh defender down in the backfield. So that was a really big play there for the Tigers, not just to get the 1st down, but to also get a little bit further down the field as well, running that big hook route. We will take a quick break now for the injury timeout, and we will be right back. That was Matt Spatney down there for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, who has played fantastic so far this game. So that's definitely going to be a big loss if he is not able to return here in these final 12 minutes. Though he is able to walk off the field under his own power. He looks mostly okay, not to like assume things, but he looks pretty okay. So I imagine he will get checked out in the 10, and they'll see what they can do with him. As Hippa now at the Lehigh 35, 1st and 10 here for Princeton Tigers, looking to cut into this lead with 12 minutes and 11 seconds to play. Now we are back. Hippa takes a snap, hands it off, and gains a couple of yards here up the middle. That was Darian Murphy with the ball. Gain of about 6. There was enough space in the middle as he plunged forward. Now HIPAA here as time continues to wind down to 11 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Tight end motion here. HIPAA drops back, looks to the outside. Now looking deep down the field, ball is thrown, and it is complete. He caught the ball, but it was down the sideline. He just got his feet in, according to the referees. Fantastic catch with the toe taps there. That was receiver Luke Colella, who has had a great game thus far. Caught the one touchdown earlier in this half. Luke Colella with the nice catch at the sideline. And they're going to get up to the field quickly before Lehigh can even look to challenge that. So at the 11-yard line now, 1st and 10 here. Now a whistle is blown. The previous play will be under review now. Looks like the challenge was not necessary. So Lehigh up 2 touchdowns now, with Princeton knocking on the door. We will take a media timeout during this official review, and we will be right back with this game. Lehigh currently leading 28-14. Welcome back here to Bethlehem as the officials continue to review this catch on the sideline made by Luke Colella, the standout senior here for the Princeton Tigers. He's had himself really a fantastic game so far. Assuming this catch stand, he has 4 catches for 67 yards, including a touchdown. But really the highlight of this game so far has been Lehigh running back Luke Yoder, who has 73 yards on 12 rushes for 2 touchdowns. He's been lights out here for the Mountain Hawks. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. As the official makes the call, looks like it will stand. The ruling on the field stands. It was a completion as the Princeton Tigers fans get excited about that one. So now it's the ball at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal here for the Tigers as the Mountain Hawks look to make a stand. They do have points to give up. It's just if you get the ball back, you need to put up at least a field goal to be able to make it a 2-possession game once again. So preferably you don't give up points here, but you can if you have to. As Hippa drops back now, looking for the end zone with this pass to Colella, and he is unable to bring it in. It was in his hands as he was diving forward in the corner of the end zone, but he could not reel it in. So it will be 2nd and goal here for the Princeton Tigers from the 10-yard line. Colella, if he made that catch, would have been fantastic. He's already had himself a good game. He would have just made it even better. He's 5 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown. Definitely someone you want to have on your fantasy team. As Hippa takes the pass, handoff inside, this time to Volker, who has some space to run and is fighting forward even further. He got hit and wrapped up initially at the 5-yard line, but fought and grinded his legs forward now, and that was actually, Darian Murphy, who runs forward for that 8-yard gain. Now it'll be 3rd and 2 to go from the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal here. Press defense here. Handoff again to Murphy, and he is wrapped up immediately. So now it will be 4th and goal. Great defense initially here. Jaden Nelson makes the tackle in the backfield. So it looks like one of those players is injured, but Spatney did make it back on the field, so that's a good thing. So we will take a quick break for this official timeout as we check out the injured player on the field. And when we come back, it will be 4th and goal from the 3-yard line here for the Princeton Tigers. That was number 31, Michael McCormick, who was down on the field and now is walking off, linebacker for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. He looks okay. Now we will have a very, very important 4th down here. 3 yards to go. 4th down. One of Princeton's last chances here with only 10 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. Time has now started winding down as Hippa is in the backfield. Princeton looking to score a touchdown here. They are going for it. Hippa. Motion on the close side. Hippa now takes the snap, dropping back, looking at the end zone. Finds someone up the middle of the field, and the pass is incomplete. No flag. Oh, it is caught? He caught it. Wow. The pass was batted down initially, but he somehow caught it following the knock from the Lehigh defender. That was bizarre. What a play made by that defense, but even better play made by the offense. The ball was initially knocked out of the receiver's hands, but it must have been caught as he was falling to the ground. Looks like the officials are going to review the catch, but what a catch made if that does stand. Wow. So, assuming that play stands, that will be a touchdown for the Princeton Tigers, which will move the score up to 20-28. And we will take a media timeout here during this review. So we will be right back, and we will let you know what they decide. So Princeton's offense is currently on the field. The referees have not made a decision yet, but it looks like Princeton's going for 2 here, which is a decision that they are making. A surprising decision that they're making. There's currently 9.5 minutes left to play, which means they're almost definitely going to get the ball back unless Lehigh has some historic drive here. As the referee now looks to make his final decision on whether or not this is a touchdown, which I assume it looks like everyone is assuming it was a touchdown. Which is what a catch. Everyone seemed to agree that it was incomplete, and then all of a sudden he caught it because people celebrated initially. Ruling on the field stands, it is a touchdown. What a catch. That was their tight end, Tyler Picknick, with the Amazing catch. And now Princeton will be going for two here, which is so hard to wrap your head around as he drops back, looks for the end zone. There's not a whole lot there. He's now scrambling out to the outside. Lehigh receivers all over him, and it is picked off in the end zone. Not that it'll do a whole lot because it is a 2-point conversion, but now they are unsuccessful, which means Lehigh now leads 28-20 and will take over the ball after this kickoff. Going for two there is so confusing. I don't know what their thought process was. I guess they know they need another touchdown regardless, so they were trying to think that, oh, if we get that touchdown and we just need to kick a field goal for the lead, but now if they get a touchdown, they need to go to 2-point conversion just to tie. So, like I said, hard to wrap your head around. Maybe they're also thinking of scenarios. Oh, Lehigh gets another field goal, then it's 31-28 compared to 31-20. So all you need is a field goal. So like, I understand their reasonings, but I don't agree with that decision at all. So now, Princeton will be kicking the ball off to the Mountain Hawks here with, like I said, 9 minutes and 54 seconds left to play in this game here in the fourth quarter. So we have Jaden Green and Matt McCulloch back to receive for the Mountain Hawks. And kicking off, here is Jeffrey Sexton. And here's the kickoff. It is way back there into the end zone. Jaden Green does receive it and looks to make a return. He's at the 10-yard line now, down to the 15, down to the 20. He's a ton of space and able to get it down to the 30-yard line. Great return by Jaden Green. First time in the game that Lehigh has had a good return, and it does not come at a better time. There could not have been a better time to have that return. So here we go. Lehigh takes over the ball now. 9 minutes and 47 seconds to play. They are up 8 points. So any score here could get pretty close to icing this game. Only 10 minutes to play against a very good Princeton team who people are expecting to do pretty well in the Ivy League this year. Especially a team that, like, it's regardless of what conference they're in or how well they play, it's a big name school. So beating a team like this is big for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Hayden Johnson on the field here for this drive as he takes the snap and hands it off to Green on the inside. Green's able to gain a couple of yards before he goes down. Not a whole lot of room there for him to move. So it will be a gain of 2. So now 2nd and 8 here at the 31-yard line, moving left to right at their own 31-yard line. Hayden Johnson now still in the backfield. 2 receivers on the close side, 1 on the far side. Jaden Green to his left. 9 minutes now to play here in this quarter. 2nd and 7. Here's the snap, and it is fake to Green, and now Johnson will take it forward himself, breaks a tackle, and gets swallowed up after gaining about 6 yards. Great run by Johnson there. Breaks the initial tackle and then lowers his shoulder and hits it into someone. There was about 3 guys there who ended up bringing him down. So now it will be 3rd and 2 here for the Mountain Hawks to continue this drive. Getting this first down would be so big. The less time you give Princeton when they get the ball, the better. With 8 minutes and 30 seconds here to play. Play clock starting to wind down. 15 seconds. They're going to, I assume, try to get as much off as they can. Hayden Johnson with Yoder to his left. 2 receivers on the close side. Takes the snap, drops back. He goes deep. Wide open receiver, and his catch is made at the 40-yard line. What a play. That was caught by Jeffrey Jamiel. What a catch. And now Lehigh makes it to the other side of the field. They're down to the 38-yard line of the Princeton Tigers. And now they are going to look to make a score here. Hayden Johnson has just looked fantastic this first-year quarterback here. You can't expect anything better out of him. Hayden Johnson here. Takes the snap in the backfield with Yoder to his left. Fakes it to Yoder and then gets it back out to Jeffrey again on the outside. And Jeffrey is able to go forward for a couple yards after that quick wide receiver screen. Gain of about 5. Jeffrey Jamil, the junior, has played really well today. Caught the one touchdown, got a couple of other touchdowns, not other touchdowns, other receptions. 3 receptions for about 50 yards here. Hayden Johnson now taking the snap from the Princeton 34, 2nd and 6. Hands it off to Green on the inside. Green with room to run. Green to the outside. Green down the sideline. And he's going to get into the touchdown. Touchdown, Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Jaden Green is going crazy. What a drive. What a play. Jaden Green finds open field on the far sideline and able to run it down. He wasn't hit once. He got to the outside and he just took it. Touchdown, Mountain Hawks. 34-20 right now. They are leading the Princeton Tigers. Wow, what a game. Lehigh Mountain Hawks. 6 minutes and 49 seconds left to play as now the kicker looks, Nick Garrido, he looks to add it on. That extra point. And the kick is up and good. 35-20, your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead the Princeton Tigers. What a play, what a drive. We will now move to immediate timeout. When we come back, Princeton will get the ball back here with just 6 minutes and 49 seconds to play, down 2 touchdowns. Welcome back, everyone, here to Bethlehem for some Lehigh Mountain Hawks football here in Goodman Stadium. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead the Princeton Tigers 35-20. Lehigh's rushing offense has been fantastic today, rushing for 150 yards. Jaden Green, 74. Luke Yoder, 73. Really just fantastic numbers by their 2 running backs, each splitting 2 touchdowns apiece. The 5th touchdown coming from Hayden Johnson's touchdown pass to Jeffrey Jamiel. Really, you can't ask for anything more from this Lehigh offense. 188 yards through the air as well. This offense has looked electric against this Princeton Tigers defense in the Princeton's first game of the season. So Lehigh now, with just 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game, is looking to move to 3-1 on the year. In a year where I don't even know if they got to 3 wins last year. So this is really, really fantastic for this Mountain Hawks team, as they have just been fantastic all around. The one thing that you can note on their defense is they are giving up a lot of long balls, but they've been fantastic all around, stopping the run. The pass offense is the one thing that's been their weakness, as now the ball will be kicked off by Connor Poole. Back to receive once again is Barber for the Tigers, and he will take that kick, and he will return it, and he gets to about the 28-yard line before he's wrapped up. So decent defense by the Mountain Hawks. Does make a positive return versus the touchback. So now Princeton will take over down 2 scores with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to play. And because they missed that 2-point conversion earlier, they are down 15, which means they will need 1 2-point conversion to get a score to tie the game. So I imagine they're going to go for it the first time, and if they don't get it, if they even score the first time, the game's just over. So now here we go. Hippa, looking deep this time, finds an open receiver at the 40-yard line, tries to make a man miss, and doesn't get out of bounds, so he's able to move it down to about the 49-yard line of the Tigers. 46-yard line is where they ended up spotting it as the pass was caught by Matthew Mahoney. It was a nice play down there by Mahoney to gain a bunch of yards, but it does not get out of bounds. The time will continue to expire. 9 minutes and 17 seconds, 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Hippa drops back, looking down the field again, finds an open receiver, and is knocked down. Great defense there this time by the Lehigh defenders. That was Andrew Worthy with a nice play. He's made a couple this game here for the Mountain Hawks on defense. Hippa now with the second down here from their own 46-yard line. 2nd and 10. Hippa in the backfield. Takes a snap, drops back, looking to the close side of the field, able to drop it off and knock down. What a play. Oh my God. Lehigh defense is just completely showing out. Tyler Ochowski. What a play. Wow. Knocks it down. The pass was intended for the receiver out of the backfield. That was Volker who was they were trying to get the ball to him on the quick little screen pass. But Ajowski was able to jump up and completely knock the pass down. Just an outstanding defensive play there. So now it will be 3rd and 10 for the Princeton Tigers here from their own 46-yard line. Hippa takes the snap, dropping back, looking down the field again. He's looking really deep this time. He finds a receiver who's somewhat open, but he's not able to bring it in as he gets hit by Worthy again with the play, though there is a flag in the backfield. Hippa was hit as he threw, so you're hoping that there's not a holding. It's a holding call. That penalty will be declined. So it will be 4th down and 10 here for the Tigers that will likely decide the game, because if Lehigh gets the ball back here, down 2 touchdowns for Princeton, there's not much they can do. So 4th and 10 here. Hippa from their own 46-yard line. Here's the play. They're going to make a quick audible, look over to the guy in the colored hats to make the decision. Make all those hand motions, and here it is. Hippa. So play clock starts to wind down. 2 seconds. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking down the field, launches it. Deep pass for the end zone, and it is defended. And that will be it. Lehigh takes over on downs here as this game closes out. 5 minutes left to play. Lehigh will get the ball on the Princeton Tigers' 46-yard line. After a great defensive stand, outstanding plays by the line, great coverage by the cornerbacks, and Lehigh really starts to prove that Hager was wrong. People aren't expecting much out of this Lehigh team, but they're coming out here and they are playing fantastic against the Princeton Tigers. Now here we go. Hayden Johnson back on the field looking to ice this game. From the 46-yard line, Lehigh takes over 1st and 10. Hayden takes the snap, throws it to the outside. Pass is complete and gained a couple yards there. There's a nice play by Jamiel on the outside. Able to gain a couple yards and stay in bounds, so the clock continues to roll. Princeton only has 2 timeouts left, and they're not going to start using them yet. If they even will use them, down 2 touchdowns here. You're starting to get to the point where this lead becomes insurmountable for the Tigers to overcome. As the Mountain Hawks start to drive down the field once again, looking to add to their lead. And here we go. Hayden Johnson takes the snap. Hands it off to the inside to Yoder, and there's nothing there.
The tackle for Princeton, Carson Irons.
Nothing there. Jaden Green subs back on the field for defense, in the backfield. 3rd and 5 here for the Mountain Hawks from the Princeton 41-yard line. And the officials blow the whistle. Let's see why. The play clock never started. Clock operator caught sleeping, I guess. 4:43 to play. Play clock begins. Clock is still winding down. So I imagine Lehigh is just going to sit here and wait for these last 15 seconds as the clock continues to wind down. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Hayden Johnson, 7 seconds left. Takes the snap, third down here, hands it off to Green, looking to run up the middle, and there's nothing there. So gain of none, so it will be now 4th down from the Princeton 40. 4th and 4. We'll see what Lehigh does here. Looks like they're just going to go for it. They're keeping the offense on the field for now. They could also call a timeout as soon as the play clock gets one. They will move the punt team on now. So there will be a substitution. 12 seconds remaining on the play clock. 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to play in the game. And they will be punting here. A.J. Barber back to receive, the lethal punt returner for Princeton. His arms are end. The official throws a flag. Delay a game. I guess they want some more time to punt. More time, more space to punt. So they'll take that 5-yard penalty. Game clock at 3:32 left to play here. Connor Poole here back to punt. He's done pretty good today. He's a first year. He takes the snap, and here's the punt. It's not too bad, but it goes up out of bounds. So now Princeton will get the ball at the 20-yard line. That's about where it landed. So now Princeton will take over with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play. Down 2 touchdowns here. Hippa still on the field. Looks like they are going to go for a quick score here. They don't believe they're out of this game yet. They are still going to keep fighting. Ball's on the 32. It's where it ends up being placed, which doesn't look like is where it landed. So it's a little confusing, but okay. 1st and 10 here for the Princeton Tigers. Hippa takes a snap, dropping back, looking downfield. Finds a receiver, and he throws it almost intercepted. Really well defended there by the defense. That was Jackson Dowd, junior defenseman for the Mountain Hawks. So now it will be 2nd and 10, 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to play here for the Tigers. Hippa in the backfield, takes a snap, dropping back again, looking downfield. Far side of the field, now looking close, and he's getting wrapped up, and he will be sacked. Lehigh Mountain Hawks bring him down again. Andrew Zargo on the sack. What a play. Andrew Sarga just completely wraps him up after he had a decent amount of time to get the pass off. Couldn't find anyone downfield. So now it will be 3rd and 20. 3rd and 17 is what they're going to rule it as. So it's getting really bleak for the Tigers at this point. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play. Hippa drops back, gets a pass off, and it is incomplete. Hits the receiver's hands, and he could not bring it in. So now it will be 4th down. Pass intended for Connor Holstein, not able to bring it in. Timeout was called. 2 minutes and 40 seconds here. Princeton with Hippa on the field for their last chance this game. Their offense needs a 1st down here if they want to keep any hope of coming back into this game alive, as it will be likely a win for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Snap is taken. Hippa drops back, looking downfield. Lets it fly, and it is picked off. Interception by the Mountain Hawks. And that will ice the game. That is, once again, Andrew Worthy. That is his second interception, I believe, of this game. No, it was not. He had Aiden Singleton had the other one, but Andrew Worthy has 3 pass breakups already. Add on this interception. Honestly, what fantastic play from this Lehigh Mountain Hawks team. Only 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Lehigh takes over after the interception. They're up 15. They're just going to look to ice this game. They need 1 first down to guarantee it. You have to imagine at this point, Princeton with their 2 timeouts, you're not going to call them. This game's over. Lehigh's up 15. 2 minutes remaining. They have the ball. Hayden Johnson's on the field here to ice it. The outstanding first-year quarterback here. Johnson hands it off to Green. Nothing there. Completely swallowed up. No gain. Timeout called by Princeton, so it looks like they are going to call him.
Second.
So Princeton has 1 timeout remaining now, 2:27 left to play. They also have the 2-minute warning if they want to use it. They are down 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. So, well, 2 touchdowns, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. So, not a field goal, extra point. So, any hope that they have of getting back into this game is like not very realistic. It's a 2-score game. Lehigh has the ball at the 50-yard line. This has just been, there's nothing more you can ask for this Lehigh team. They gave up a couple of touchdowns. Who cares? You put up 5. Your rushing offense was lethal today. 150 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Jaden Green and Luke Yoder combined for 70 plus yards each. 2 touchdowns apiece. What more do you want? 5 catches for Humphrey for 41 yards. 4 catches for Jamiel for 52. Another handoff to the inside here to Green, and that will gain about 3 yards, so it will be 3rd and 7 here. Princeton now calls their timeout, the final timeout with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Dylan McFadden, 2 receptions for 61 yards. The touchdown was receiving touchdown was by Jamiel, thrown by Hayden Johnson. Hayden Johnson with a 224 QB rating this game, 12 completions on 13 attempts for 165 yards, compared to Dante Perry, the other quarterback who played a good amount of this game for the Mountain Hawks. 4 for 9 with an interception and 28 yards. So you have to imagine that they're going to give the first year a lot of more chances after this fantastic game from Hayden Johnson, especially as he like continues to develop over the continuation of this season. He's going to be a player you're really looking forward to becoming a star on this team because he has played lights out. What more do you want out of him? As the Princeton Tigers look defeated on the sideline. 3rd and 7 here for the Mountain Hawks. If they get this first down, likely the end of the game. No timeouts left for Princeton. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Jaden Green gets the handoff, gains a couple yards, able to fight forward through the tackles, gets to the 45-yard line of the Tigers, and that will be as far as he gets. So now we will go down to the 2-minute warning with the lead 35-20 to Lehigh Mountain Hawks. And we will take our last media timeout here. We will be right back. Welcome back, everyone, here to South Bethlehem. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks leading the Princeton Tigers 35-20, as Lehigh gives all the parents here on Parents Weekend something to celebrate. Lehigh Mountain Hawks really come out and play a fantastic all-around game. Nothing you ever really can complain about when you're beating a team by 2 touchdowns like this. 2 minutes here at the 2-minute warning. It is 4th and 2 for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. You have to imagine they go for it. They're at the 45-yard line. So, like, there's room to punt, but, like, why? Because you're only going to get them, like, 20, 30 yards further downfield. They still need 2 touchdowns. If you go for this, the game's over now. You don't have to worry about it. And Princeton has no timeouts left regardless. So, a first down here just ends the game. And first not getting a first down here, they get the ball at the 20, they get the ball at the 40. Who cares? This game's over. You're going to win. So, here we go. It will be the punt team on the field anyway. Forget everything I just said. I'm wrong. So now here we go. Connor Poole on the field to punt for the last time. AJ Barber back to receive. AJ Barber has been really good on the return so far this year. This year, not just this year. Well, yeah, this year. This is their first game. So here we go. Here's the punt from Poole. Almost blocked. Wow. But it will fly out of bounds. Wow, that was almost blocked. That could have been really, really bad for the Mountain Hawks. Torian Roberts, the sophomore for the Princeton Tigers, was diving towards Poole, and if he got his hand on that, that could have been the end. That could have been really dangerous because that would have been a touchdown there, right, for Princeton, because they would have been able to run that ball back. But instead, Princeton will take over at the 33. Minute and 54 seconds to go. Princeton has the ball, no timeouts. Down 2 scores. Blaine Hippa in the backfield. Takes the snap, drops back, looks to the outside, throws in a quick slant on the inside, and it is complete. Gain of about 8 yards. Clock continues to run. Minute and 47 remaining. Princeton's running quickly to line up. Hippa takes a snap, drops back, looking on the far side of the field, and he gets sacked. Completely swallowed up back behind the initial line of scrimmage. It's going to be now 3rd and 13. Matt Spatney with another sack this game. Spatney has been fantastic for the Lehigh defense. Everyone's been great. Lehigh's defense has been fantastic today. Lehigh's offense has been fantastic. Rushing, passing. Hayden Johnson, first year, looking fantastic. As Hippa goes back again, he gets pressured again, and he throws it downfield. Has to throw it out of bounds. There's no options left for him, and it will be 4th down here. Minute and 8 seconds to play. Fourth and 12. Lehigh is not even giving Princeton any hope of coming back into this game with only 1 minute remaining now. They've just played lights out. Hippa for what is likely his last play of this game before the Mountain Hawks come back on to ice it. Hippa drops back, looking downfield, throws it, and it is intercepted again. His 3rd interception of the game. That was picked off by Bryson Edwards, the junior linebacker for the Mountain Hawks, and Lehigh will take over. 2 interceptions here in this 4th quarter. Any hope that Princeton had of coming back into this game was completely shut down. Hippa is not able to find anyone. And now Lehigh takes over with a minute to play. All they got to do is knee it twice, and this game is over. Dante Perry on to ice this game. Hayden Johnson doesn't get to finish it off. Perry takes the snap, and he will kneel it down for the first time. They got to do it one more time before this game is over. But wow, what a game by your Lehigh Mountain Hawks here. Nothing better you want. That was just fantastic. Hayden Johnson, 12 for 13, 165 yards and a touchdown. Dante Perry, 4 for 9 and an interception with 28 yards. Jaden Green, 18 rushes for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Luke Yoder, 12 rushes for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just historic numbers as Lehigh needs the ball for the last time, and they will get this win over the Princeton Tigers, 35-20. This is the first time since 2021 that Princeton has lost by more than one score. This is the first time since 2021 that Lehigh football has won 3 games in a row, as they now advance to 3-1 on this season. This is a team that you're really looking forward to as they continue to play throughout this year. Next week, we got Lehigh against Bucknell for our first Patriot League matchup at noon. And that will be a home game as well. We will also be broadcasting that game, so make sure you guys tune in. This game has been fantastic. There's literally nothing more you want out of Lehigh football. They've played lights out on defense, lights out on offense. Their first years looked amazing. It's just the best thing that you expect out of this, especially for such a young team to be able to gather these wins so quickly. Already 3-1 on the year, as now they've highlighted Parents Weekend, given people things to celebrate, and now they run to the sideline to celebrate with their families. What a game. What a play. Everything was fantastic. Thanks for joining us. My name is Jake Welch. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks complete the game over Princeton Tigers, winning 35-20. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We will see you guys next week for Lehigh versus Bucknell here at Goodman Stadium for our first match of Patriot League play. Thank you, everyone.